Good morning. It's good to be back home, and it's good to be back getting ready to do another devotional this day. We had a very blessed time on vacation and enjoyed ourselves very, very much. But now it's time to kind of, what they say, get back in the saddle. So here we go. I'm going to read to you some verses from the very first Psalm. Listen to these. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. As a child, one of my toys was a Pop Goes the Weasel. And you'd sit there and you'd push the little clown figure down in it and you'd put the top on it and then you'd turn it and it would play the same music all the time. And then after so much time, every time what would come out? The top would pop off and boom, the little clown would come out. And I'd just laugh and giggle about it and put it down in there and do it again. What comes out of us? When situations in the world happen, what's the very first thing that comes up out of us? Is it the things, the ways of the world and the way the world thinks? Is it anger? Is it real aggravation? What's the very first thing that comes up in our situations of life? Well, I've been thinking a lot. How do I get rid of those things? And then read the very first Psalm. Listen to it one more time. The part I want you to hear. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Now think about this. This person who meditates on the law of the Lord, the word of God, is like a tree planted by streams of water. Now think about that, because a tree planted right there by the streams of water, its roots go down and it's always watered. It always is growing. It's always being a tree. And if it is a fruit tree, it bears its fruit in due season because it's got plenty of water. Well, I've discovered that the water we need to be planted by is the Word of God. We need to plant ourselves right there by the Word of God. And we need to read it. We need to meditate upon it. We need to remember what it says, sometimes memorize what it says. And when the Word of God is down in us and living in us because of this stream, this steady stream of the Word that's infusing us and giving us life in the situations of life, then the things of God are going to be the first things to pop out. Yeah, the way of God is going to be the way that should pop out. So I encourage you this morning, start a daily regiment of being in the Word of God. Where to start? I don't think it matters where you start because it's the Word of God. And whatever the Word of God is, and as it gets into our lives, and as its waters of life come from the Word of God and fills us with that life, then it's going to affect the way we act, the way we respond, and the way we do and live in this world. So be like a person planted, be like a tree planted by streams of water. Be the man or woman of God planted by the river of God, the river of life. the Word of God, and let it flow in you. Let it fill you so that you will be the person of God no matter what's happening and what's going on around you. May you have a blessed day this day.